What is this, you're going to say? Well, it calls itself a Wriggly Giggly. It's a ball for children to play with on the grass, in the house, on the carpet, and it does this. And it rolls across the floor. From all the different sizes, there's a little exit where there's a series of little groan tubes, they call it, inside. Makes marvellous noises, doesn't it? Oh my, for small children that's a delight. Very, very clever toy. Hardly ever used at kids' parties, I think. It came too late into my collection. So I've got a few odd things here which I keep in the hall, and they're always in visible sight, but sometimes I overlook them. I mean, this one here is overlooked, and it should have been, that was overlooked too. I'll bring it here. This is a can which I've never used, and it's a bit out of date now. It's a bit past its sell-by date. It's a can which I've never seen before because it contains a flower. And the idea is you take the lid off at the bottom, and then you put water in there, and you stand it in the water, in a bowl of water, so it's catching moisture. And after 24 hours, when it's soaked up the moisture, you unpeel this, and about a week or two later, up grows a very nice, pretty flower. Extraordinary. Narcissus is going to grow out of that one. So, but 2002 sell-by date, I think it's a bit late for that. It's about 2 decades ago. What an extraordinary idea, though, to have a flower growing out of a can, and you have to actually put water in the base, and then when you've taken the lid off, you can leave the lid sort of dangling to show where it's come from, and that then forms a flower vase with a nice daffodil type narcissus coming out. Pity, I'll have to see if I can get another bulb and put it in or something. Nice though. Here's another bizarre thing. I'll use this to pick it up with. This is an Indian. These next 3 are all artistic ones from different countries. This is one I've only just received for a birthday. And it's made in India, and it's made out of, it's called shared earth. It's made out of nuts and bolts and all sorts of things which I'm used to as my engineering days. There's a wing nut on the front there. What a lovely idea, isn't it? I scarcely want to take the thing off, but it's a doggy. And very, very nicely made too, and nicely coloured. What a little beauty. That definitely goes into my collection. Very nice. And then here's some artistic work from ice in Greenland, would you believe? I went to Greenland about the year 2003, I think it was, and found this made of bone by the Inuit there. It was on the eastern side of Greenland, which is almost uninhabitable because there's no soil or anything there. And it's a lovely piece of work, lovely, lovely piece of work, which I much, much treasure. I think it cost about £70, but goodness, look at the hours making it and refining it. Worth every bit of it, I think. First and only time I've ever received a bit of artwork from Greenland. So I treasure that. And from Iceland, there's a friend of mine who's an Icelandic artist, Magnus Paulsen, gave me one of these, something he invented or designed. And it's a couple of chairs, but at odd angles. It's made of some sort of silvered steel, some very mild, non-magnetic steel, I find, because the magnet doesn't work in it. But it's got a silver coating to it, and you can put these up either way or put it down like that. It's just a topsy-turvy world, I think. He does things which slightly baffle me, because I'm never quite sure what I'm supposed to be getting from it. Just puzzlement, I call it. What's it for? I can't ask that, it's art. The last item is very artistic, but definitely got a function. It's a bottle with a zip to it. You know, like that. There's the zipper. Undo it, all the way out. Out comes a bottle of something or other. Oh yes. And I brought that along because I've got a most charming bottle balance for this thing, which I've ever seen. It's this one with 2 butlers. The old man who's very experienced and the young one who's his assistant. And they're struggling to hold themselves steady, but look at the angle they're at. Look at their faces. And there, in between, is where the bottle goes and rests. They're like that there. Isn't that a beauty? Look at their faces. Concern and delight on both of them. So that's a lovely little centrepiece to put in your table if you're having a party before you actually open the bottle and share the wine with your guests. It's a very, very nice little bit of artistic work and very funny too. That is, I think it's a winner, don't you?